Hello, welcome to Community Corner. My name is DeWitt Taylor.
Okay, hello, my name is Aaron County Castle.
Hello, welcome to Community Corner. My name is Mr. Ryan Nicholas Gray.
March is a Disability Awareness Month today, and we welcome Judy Phelps, who works for people with special needs. She helps by providing them with technology to help them speak, provide them, speaking, hearing, writing, and move. She has a guest with her today that uses helping tools to live their lives. Please, would you introduce yourselves to our audience?
Sure. My name is Judy Phelps, and I work for the Wayne Assistive Technology Resource Center. That's a resource center for 29 local school districts in Wayne County, and there's a similar resource center in Oakland County working with Oakland County schools. And with me today is Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Hello. Hello, Judy.
Hello, my name is Sarah Cock and I have cerebral palsy.
Oh.
Cerebral palsy is a physical disability that develops when oxygen doesn't get to the brain for a long period of time. Cerebral palsy isn't an illness, it is a close head injury. I developed cerebral palsy when I was born. I am a 25-year-old college student. I attend Schoolcraft Community College in Livonia. At this point in time, I haven't decided on a major.
Well, welcome to our show.
Welcome to both of you, Sarah and Judy. Thanks for coming down to both of you.
Judy, tell us about the people that you serve.
Sure, we work with students within Wayne County schools, and we work with the school teams that help those students. Any students who may need some technology to help them be more successful in school. And Sarah, as a graduate of school, helps us mentor some of our current students now.
Please tell us about the ages that you help.
In Michigan, special services are provided from birth to age 26. So our center works with students from birth to 26 who are in the schools.
Thank you, Aaron. Gentlemen, thank you, gentlemen. Now, what is adaptive technology?
Assistive technology, adaptive technology, actually is a very broad definition in the law. In federal law, it defines it as any item, piece of equipment, or product system that is used to maintain, improve, or increase the functional capabilities of a person with a disability. So it's a very broad definition and covers things as low-tech as adapted pencils, adapted cups and spoons, to the very high-tech computer systems and some of the computer systems that we're going to see here today.
Well, thank you. Aaron, have a question for Judy?
Please tell us about hearing needs.
Sure, there's lots of things out there now to help people with hard of hearing or who are deaf. There are simple watches that might vibrate instead of beep for a person who can't hear the beep. There's alerting systems for your home, lights for doorbells, and amplifiers for phones if people have trouble hearing on the phone. There are computer systems that enable people to have face-to-face conversations with someone who perhaps doesn't know sign language, so people who are deaf can communicate directly with the general public. And interestingly enough, closed caption TV that was developed for people who are deaf is an example, a great example of how developing technology for people with disabilities helps all of us. And when we think about the closed caption TV, many of us enjoy having closed caption TV when we're out at a restaurant or when we're working out in the gym. So really developing technology for people with disability helps all of us.
Oh, that's very interesting to know.
I have a question that don't skip me on. Judy, do you also meet with families?
We sure do. We work with families to help as they might need to use some of the technologies at home. Our parents are certainly a very integral part of the school team when we're working with students with disabilities.
Can I get a piece of advice from my father? 'Cause after all, he has a problem of hearing. Any piece of advice from my dad? 'Cause my dad was born young and got into his teens. He lost his hearing.
It would depend what he has trouble doing in terms of what kind of task does he have trouble?
Well, he had trouble holding a cell phone to his ear.
There are telephones that provide amplification, so that might be something. And
when it comes to also reading, when it comes to TV, my dad had a problem reading words. He needed to use captions. Can you piece of advice for that too?
sure, there are computer programs that read things aloud, and there's audio captioning available.
Thank you.
Interesting stuff.
Ryan?
Thank you, David Taylor. Now, tell us about the technology to help people write, because I know people, friends, friend David Gagala, who's in a wheelchair, and Nick Hay, are two friends I used to go to Wings with. They both are disabled, and they both, one uses a voice box, and one can't really talk that well. So what are some things that you might suggest for people who have a child with a disability to go through? What are some things they might use to help them?
There is a wide range of things available, from very low-tech systems on paper to some kind of simple systems that people might be able to touch, and
I have something to tell you.
touch and it talks.
Cool.
Okay. So, and these are available from very simple, just 2 or 4 choices, to many more choices. There are computerized systems. When we talk about helping people talk, and you also were asking about helping people write, in front of me I have a computer system that actually works by touch screen. And for people who have some perhaps difficulties with reading, one thing that may help is to do some writing with picture support. So on this computer we have a touch screen, so it's a very direct connection to the computer, and I can touch and make my choices and use some picture cues to help me write.
So that's how you make kids write. That's very interesting, Judy. That's interesting.
There are other ways in terms of having on-screen keyboards. If people can't use there are certainly many adaptations for regular keyboards, many different kinds of keyboards nowadays. This is one for people who may have trouble seeing, but there are all kinds of different keyboards for people who may have trouble accessing very small ones if they can't move their hands in a wide range of motion, to very big ones if they have trouble aiming at the keys. There are also on-screen keyboards, and we use sometimes alternates to the mouse for people who can't move their hands around to do a regular mouse. There are all different kinds of track balls where you can leave your hand in a spot and use the ball to access the computer for writing, talking. Sometimes people who have mobility, perhaps people with muscular dystrophy or ALS disease that have very limited movement, are able to write, talk, run their whole computer from simply, if they have a little finger movement on these external glide pads. It's really an exciting time to be able to offer so many technological options to help people do the things that they'd like to do.
Thank you. Aaron, have a question?
Okay, that's cool stuff. My question is, tell us about helping people talk.
Sure. Perhaps there's, kind of showed this simple system for talking with simply direct select and touching. For more sophisticated menus and for some more sophisticated kind of talking possibilities, perhaps I should turn this over to Sarah and let her talk about how she talks with her
One
system.
of my ways of communicating is by using a computer. I got my first computer when I was 2 years old. My current computer is a communication machine and a laptop. Since this is a laptop, I can go online anywhere that has a wireless connection. I work my computer with a switch placed on my headrest. Having a laptop has opened up the world for me. Now, I have the capability to go online to email and chat with my friends or do some research, which I couldn't have done as easily with my formal computers. I having the ability to get information from the internet. I have landed a job as a medical researcher. With my laptop, I can also make my own doctor's appointments just by emailing them.
Wow.
So having the computer-based technology nowadays has certainly just opened up so many more avenues for us than used to be.
Jim, making something I think what you're talking about right now, I guess one that comes to mind. Wow. Because I am just simply amazed by all these different things that people can do.
I totally agree. Because before I was even born, my parents had a camera, and it shows my brothers being raised. I am surprised today that technology is me looking into DJing business right now.
I think technology is wonderful because you never know. The people out there with disabilities never know. They need help with people.
You see, Ryan, I wasn't even born. I was born 14 years later after my brother in 69.
Really? I'm born 81. That's right. Any other question?
Guys spend a lot of time on the computer, and I never seen anything like that before. I think it's totally amazing.
It is
Yeah, it's amazing
very
too because
exciting.
these, kids today, like David, and Aaron, and myself, we are three young gentlemen. We're all
Guys,
mobile.
how do we tell our audience about our disabilities? Why don't you go first?
All right. I have Fragile X syndrome. It's a syndrome apparently my doctor told me about. I have it. I don't know why I have it, but I do.
My turn. I have a disability. I have two actually, a feeble hip and a Down syndrome.
Aaron?
Aaron?
I don't really know what my disability is called, but when I was born, it paralyzed the whole right side of my body, and I have a fake white eye.
Oh.
It's like I can only see out of one eye.
That's not good.
Ryan, do you have a question?
Yes. Judy, how do parents pay for your help?
Our services are provided free of charge to families and to school districts through the county school programs.
David, have a question?
Yes, I do, Ryan. Tell us about things to help people see.
Sure. There are things that can make talking labels so people can know, for instance, what their clothing is, what the prescription bottle is. So you can easily make talking labels nowadays for people. Things on the computer can be read aloud. Everything on the computer screen can be read aloud. There are text readers available. Certainly many magnification systems, portable magnification systems to desktop systems, handhelds, and just about everything in between. So as we mentioned, it is a very exciting time as new things are being developed all the time.
Ryan?
Yes. Judy, how and where do you help people?
We work with people right in the schools. We go out to classrooms, we go right into the schools. Probably a little bit different than many other community agencies and organizations where you might go to them, but we go right into the schools.
David, have a question?
Yes, I do, Ryan. What do you provide for those needing help moving?
In terms of mobility, there are scooters nowadays. These aren't things that our center provides per se. These are usually handled through medical agencies and through people's insurances. But there are all different sorts of wheelchairs and power wheelchairs, and now there's wheelchairs that can help people stand up, and even wheelchairs that go up and down stairs. It's amazing things.
How about at a grocery store?
At a grocery store, a lot of them have scooters available to people who have trouble moving around that they can use within the stores, borrow while they're there, which is a nice service to be able to offer.
Very interesting. Ryan?
Yes. How can people who need these helpers get loans to buy them?
Actually, Michigan does have an assistive technology loan program.
It does?
There are low-interest loans available to people who need to purchase assistive technology, and I believe at the moment they're being handled through the United Cerebral Palsy of Metro Detroit, UCP of Metro Detroit. The application is online for and information about it as well. We'll be talking about some resources, I believe, as we go along here.
All right. David, have a question?
I had two questions for our guest, Sarah. Sarah, can you describe your technology, please?
One of my ways of communicating is by using a computer. I got my first computer when I was 2 years old. My current computer is a communication machine and a laptop. Since this is a laptop, I can go online anywhere that has a wireless connection. I work my computer with a switch placed on my headrest. Having a laptop has opened up the world for me. Now, I have the capability to go online to email and chat with my friends or do some research, which I couldn't have done as easily with my formal computers. I having the ability to get information from the internet. I have landed a job as a medical researcher. With my laptop, I can also make my own doctor's appointments just by emailing them.
My other question is, will you show us your technology, please?
It is like text messaging.
Like text messaging, Sarah has a program on her laptop that it's called Word Prediction that enables her to type a few letters, and it guesses and learns how she speaks, and it guesses what she might be trying to say, and she can pick the words from a list to help speed her up and get her writing or communication out faster.
Oh, all right.
And Michelle, for taking your time.
Where can people find out more information?
We actually pulled together a set of resources. Certainly it's such a great place to get resources, and there's quite a bit out there. We've pulled together resources for you at a website. It'll be Community Resources, no space, the two words, Community Resources, .weebly, weebly.com. And there will be information at that website about assistive technology, and particularly the things we've talked about today, but particularly resources here in southeastern Michigan.
Okay. Ryan?
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, would you please tell us what is the best part of your job is?
The best part, I guess
It has to be a really, really good part of your job, something really good.
the best part is seeing kids do what they do well in school, do the things they like to do.
I got three. I got.
Right, being able to do the things that you want to do. Being able to have your DJ business, or being able to do your medical research job and IMing people and emailing people.
My job, I do catering, replace Rivercrest. If you're interested, that's Rivercrest Catering. David, have a question, David?
Yes, I do.
All right, David.
Judy, what are some local community resources?
Well, for school-age children, the local resources certainly are probably primarily within the school system, but of course there's also clinics out there, things like out of Children's Hospital and the Detroit Institute for Children, and out of the hospital systems that provide services to young children. For people who are older than school age, the Michigan Disabilities Rights Coalition actually has an assistive technology project, and they provide newsletters. They have some demonstration projects. They have resources, and they have an AT exchange that they run for people to buy, sell, or give away assistive technology that they're not using anymore, or a place for people to look to buy some used assistive technology. And there are certainly other resources, specific groups for disability services like the United Cerebral Palsy, the ALS Society of Michigan, those types of resources. And there will be others that will be on that website, the Weebly, for people to take a look at.
Thank you. Ryan?
My final question to you is, would you please share a special success story with us?
You know, certainly having Sarah come back and help mentor us and help inspire and teach, being able to come back and help some students has really been a great thing and has been very helpful.
All right. Judy, can you please tell us some more about the computer that you brought with you today?
Sure. This particular one is called a Quick Glance 3. There are many different manufacturers of this type of system nowadays, many more options. But what's different about it is that there's a camera mounted below it that actually follows your eye movements and allows you to select and run the whole computer basically through just eye movements. So if I'll have to move into position for the camera to get my eyes. Let's see how if it picks me up here. So now I'm typing simply by moving my eyes.
Wow.
It's not picking me up great at the moment. Let me get my eyes into view. Now it's better. So now I'm typing, and I've got some words predicting based on what I've done before. So I've typed a sentence, and now I'm going to try to speak it.
My name is Judy.
So I've done all that simply by moving my eyes in the camera, watching where they go on my screen.
Your eyes are like a mouse.
Absolutely. My eyes are like a mouse, and there's extra software on here that says if you stay on a certain button a length of time looking at it, you can set the length of time before it does a click.
Really? So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like your own personal computer. You could say, look at my eyes, and they do it, really?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Interesting.
I'm asking about the computer.
Judy, is there anything else would you like to share about this computer?
It's very exciting now. Things are changing rapidly, and we're able to offer more and more options to people, so that people with disabilities, instead of thinking about it in terms of being disabled, we're able to give people options so that they can be differently abled to do the things that they want to do.
And my name is Ray. Thank you for joining us today on Community Corner. You provide such wonderful help to a child and the families in need.
My name is DeWitt Taylor. Thank you for joining us today about your technology. And Sarah, thank you for joining us and your technology too.
And this gentleman is?
Thank you for being our guests. My name is Alan Connie Castle.